show floor. Schizophrenic, yuck ass mouth. Fuck that.
Stop, please stop.
This is what confusion looks like when it's designed by someone else. What you just watched isn't just people disagreeing. It is what happens when reaction becomes automatic. Each response feeds the next until the original issue doesn't matter anymore. This is where rage baiting, dogpiling, and memetic warfare truly begin to show themselves. Online familiarity spreads fast. One person repeats something they heard, someone else echoes it, then it gets copied, reposted, paraphrased, and twisted. This doesn't just affect our online spaces, it shapes our real world. I call this moral malware. We aren't going to keep this abstract. You can see it happening in real time, in common threads, conversations, and daily interactions. Once you know where to look, you start seeing it everywhere. Let me show you what I mean. I came across this post, someone describing what they claim was a random encounter that went sideways. They admit they don't remember all the details, and that right there is the trigger. Uncertainty makes people uncomfortable, and most people don't sit with that discomfort. They resolve it as fast as possible. Instead of sitting with all of the I don't knows, they replace it with something more satisfying or something that fits what they already believe. It starts simple, best guesses, and maybe even some good faith. But then the next person comes along, runs with those guesses, and builds on it, leaving the original context behind. Now it's not just a guess anymore, it's a narrative. Suddenly, he didn't just get into a fight, he got dropped, got knocked out, or yeah, apparently he just picked his nose too hard. Once that narrative forms, it stops being about accuracy or conversation, it becomes about participation. Outrage, humiliation, shame, mockery. These high engagement emotions is somehow something that turns into rage bait by design, whether the original poster intended it or not. The craziest part, this is a pattern. Let's see another one. I think something important is getting lost in this new thread. When someone runs a page as a verified content creator, there's an added level of responsibility that comes with having a larger platform and an audience watching how you engage with people. The way this creator originally intended to vent frustration at our current administration sets the tone for the entire comment section. Looking through this thread, the conversation didn't stay on politics and respectful discussion. It quickly turned into telling people that they should leave the country, calling people inbred or uncultured due to their past interactions that we can't even see, posting screenshots of someone's photo to mock how they look, and sharing memes meant to provoke people rather than discuss anything. What's concerning is that instead of steering the conversation back towards an actual discussion, the page owner participated in the same kind of personal attacks and public humiliation. When the person running the page joins in on that behavior, it signals to everyone else that piling on, insulting them, and mocking people is acceptable. It is not. A platform, especially one that's verified and followed by any amount of people, can either encourage productive discussion or amplify hostility. Right now, this thread looks less like a conversation and more like doo-doo posting. People can disagree about politics all day long, but once it becomes embarrassing people, humiliating people, insulting their appearance, or farming reactions off of the conflict, the conversation stops being constructive. If the goal of the page is to have people engage with ideas, the tone has to start from the top. Otherwise, it just becomes another example of social media turning disagreement into a spectacle. Okay, moving on. This thread started here, an accusation. No calls for justice, no calls for something to be removed or given back, no proof. just a claim and some confidence. Within one breath, it stops being about behavior and becomes about appearance. In situations like this, the topic becomes irrelevant. Goals change from accountability or being right into winning socially. The fastest perceived way to win is humiliation. One insults your teeth, another your lips, they will assign ratings, create false equivalents, and now nobody needs to think anymore. This isn't disagreement, this is permission. Once the first insult drops, it signals to everyone else we are here to tear them apart. The lower the blow, the better, as if every comment section is r/roast me. Even defenses against the onslaught don't work. They keep the fight in the same place, still focused on looks, still focused on classism, and still tearing people apart. This is how online dogpiling works. One accusation, one insult, and a bunch of lurkers looking for their moment. The wild part? People believe they are adding to a conversation. They are adding to the toxic gossip train. Just figured I'd use the meme in a way that actually applies here. There's no direction, no breaks. Just bad vibes and hot takes. The shift doesn't even feel dramatic. It feels normal. Let me show you why. With this next set of screenshots, I want to point something out that keeps showing up across these posts in almost the exact same pattern in comment sections. One thing that keeps standing out across every thread, a post goes up, it triggers a strong reaction, and within minutes, the comment section turns into reaction memes, insults, counter arguments, trolling images, and shock posts. Rather than people discussing the topic, it quickly turns into memetic warfare, where memes are used to signal sides, mock others, or provoke reactions without anyone really engaging with the ideas being presented. At the same time, the content itself often seems designed to spark outrage or strong emotional responses. This is a rage bait feeding loop, essentially. When a post provokes people, it almost guarantees engagement. Arguments, reactions, shares, memes. That cycle feeds the algorithm and pushes the post even further. In other words, outrage becomes fuel for visibility. That's the classic rage bait engagement loop. When every thread follows that pattern, the comment section stops functioning as a place for dialogue and starts functioning more like an arena built around reaction and spectacle. It's worth recognizing the pattern for what it is. What's happening here isn't really debate or discussion, it's rage bait feeding memetic pylons where the goal becomes engagement rather than understanding. This shameless farming of our authenticity and engagement for monetary gain is not only damaging to the online sphere, but it is repetitive. This can and will eventually lead to a mass viewership fatigue, and the creators find themselves collapsing, desperately hunting for the next outrageous scandal. Now, before you decide on who's right or wrong in this clip that I'm about to show you, pause. What you are about to see is not just an argument, it's what happens when online rage culture stops being online. Nobody in this moment is slowing down to think.
All right,
Let's
here's
take a
your copy
look.
of the citation. As far as the bills,
want
you don't want to take it?
No.
Well, yes,
Give me
you'll
my
take it because
license.
it's your citation.
I don't want it.
That's your citation. That's littering. Step out of the car.
No, don't do that. Fuck off my
Step
car.
out.
I'm not stepping
Step
out.
out.
Look.
Mom, chill out. Mom,
I'm not
please
just
chill
call. Yes, call.
out.
I'm not touching.
Mom, please chill out. Mom,
Don't
Mom,
touch
please
me.
chill out. Mom,
Don't
please chill
touch
out.
me.
Step
Don't.
it out.
I'm
Mom,
not
please
stepping
chill
out of
out.
shit. Call
Step
your
out.
motherfucking
I am the
supervisor.
supervisor.
You're not the supervisor.
Yes, I am.
Call your
I am the
supervisor.
corporal.
A
Step out.
supervisor. I'm not
Step
stepping
out.
out of
Mom,
nothing.
chill out.
Get
Mom,
your
chill out.
fucking hand
Please,
off
please
me.
chill out. Mom,
Get
please
your
chill
hand
out.
off me for no reason.
Because you need to step
Get
out
your
of the
fucking
car.
hands off
Step
me.
out of the car.
No, what am I stepping
Mom,
out of the
Is
car
there
for?
anything I can do to get you to comply?
Look, Mom, he just said take the
To
ticket and we
comply.
can leave. He
You
said
threw the
take the
car
ticket and we
on the
No,
can
I
leave.
did not. You did that.
He said
You
take
threw
the
the
ticket
ticket
and we
at
can
I
me.
leave.
gave it to you so
You
you
threw
could
the
leave.
ticket at
And then
me.
you grabbed
Out when another officer gets here. I'm not
Step
stepping out.
out.
I don't trust you. You're holding me too strong, and I don't
Because
trust you.
I don't
You
trust
don't
you
have
to
to
not
hold
leave.
me like I'm not going anywhere. Where am I
I
gonna
will
go?
stop holding you
I'm
because you're not
what am I
answering
under
my
arrest
order.
for? What am I
Littering.
under arrest for? I didn't litter. You
You
did
threw the
that.
ticket
No,
over
I
the
did not.
window.
You did that. You did that. It's all on camera. So
correct.
when you
Ranking
call
supervisor.
someone else
I don't
to
have
come
anyone
here,
else.
there is someone else.
Not right now.
Yeah, there is someone
We
else.
need to
Let me
step
call
out of the car.
911.
Stop.
Get your phone.
Wait, please, sir, stop. Stop, wait, stop. Mom, chill out, mom. Wait, stop, sir, please stop. Wait, stop, please stop. Wait, stop, sir, stop, please. Wait, please stop. No, stop, please, I'm scared, stop. Wait, stop, please. Wait, please, stop, sir. Wait, stop, please.
This is much bigger than just an argument between an officer and a mother, and it's much more uncomfortable. In real time, we can see that nobody in this video is truly stopping to think about what they are doing. Not the words being said, not the actions and escalations, not the fact that every reaction is feeding the next. You have an officer performing procedure, a mother who disagrees with the procedure and is already mentally checked out due to punishment. Then you add a 15-year-old boy into the mix. Absolute chaos ensues when the officer doesn't think and drops the ticket. Intentional or not, this was the trigger and turning point. The mother throws the ticket back in a moment of high emotion that feels the exact same as being successfully rage-baited online. The officer quickly escalates by calling it littering. She escalates with "let me see your supervisor" and refusals to come with the officer without a second officer, and so the cycle of escalation continues until she is forcibly removed from the car. All while her son pleads for mercy on his mother's behalf and for the mother to stop the cycle. We have built a world where emotion travels faster than thought and understanding, where clips are pulled apart, posted, shared, and fed into algorithmic systems designed to reward emotional intensity. Ragebait is not just an internet tactic anymore. It's a loop, happening in real time. What starts as content doesn't always stay as content. Sometimes it walks off your screen and into real life, with real people, real emotions, real tension, and very real consequences. As we step back from this, I want to acknowledge something important. These systems, patterns, and behavior loops can feel abstract. Easy to point at, but harder to see happening in front of you. It feels distant. I can assure you it is not. Understanding that doesn't have to mean excusing what happens in these moments. It means recognizing why it happens and how we, as a society, ended up here. I think it's time to bring things back down a bit. So, here's your brain rot boost. A little bit of good news. They are streaming San Diego Zoo into 400 children's hospitals. So, classrooms in Adilabad, probably butchering these names, sorry for that, in the Indian state of Telangana, are now empowering schoolgirls with self-defense courses. This is to affect 130 schools in the area. Alright, and water is now drinkable again in Walsenburg, Colorado. They were previously under a water boil since March 13th, which was lifted the 27th, 2 weeks later. Australian researchers have developed and tested the world's first quantum battery. It's the first quantum battery ever made that performs a full charge-discharge cycle, if only a few nanoseconds worth of power. This can be a world-changing innovation once improved.
Dr. Dre said, "You stupid. You're not. What's 9 plus 10?
In the next video, I will be going deeper into another topic that connects to this general conversation, specifically transgender discussions and why they have become so socially and emotionally charged. It's in the works as this video drops, so keep your eyes peeled. That's it for now. Stay rooted.